But few of us prepare for bear attacks or getting blown up by camping gas cylinders.
Do you not?
No.
No? Well, later this year, a team from Wildfowl Wetlands Trust at Slimbridge in Gloucestershire will set off on a journey to follow the migration of Bewick's swans from the air, and they are training to cope with any medical emergencies. Ken Goodwin reports.
A bear has attacked one of the team while they make camp. It's a medical emergency. But hang on a minute, this is the Cotswolds. There are no bears. There are no injuries either. These wounds are made of latex. It's all fake. You do look like something out of the Thriller video.
Thank you. I try my best.
It's all part of a training exercise for the team, which will be backing up Sasha Dench when she makes a flight from Russia to Slimbridge Wildfowl Trust in the autumn to track the migration of Bewick's swans. She's already been cold weather training in Sweden. But now it's back to Gloucestershire for some survival skills.
Well, what it is, it's a first aid course based for people going to remote areas, and unfortunately sometimes they can't immediately access medical care. So what we're trying to do is build their confidence in bridging the gap from perhaps a colleague being injured or taken ill through to some form of professional medical help arriving.
Right, we need to put
have you got enough power on that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got another bandage
into the
Can I put this?
stomach.
Can I put that into there as well?
Yeah.
Okay, considering it's the first time I've ever seen someone with a with a supposed bear wound. We're learning.
They were straight hands in, they controlled the bleeding, they was obviously concerned about the stomach. It does sort of bring your attention to that area, unfortunately. It doesn't look very great with your guts hanging out. And then they noticed that there was a chest wound, so they dealt with that and sealed the chest.
The next scenario is a campfire accident. Now, how many of us in the garden have been messing around with a bonfire, trying to get the barbecue going? Ouch, you burn yourself. OK, you're only down the road from an A&E department, but if you're out in the middle of the Russian tundra, it's a whole different ballgame. Right now, somebody is getting made up to look like a burns victim.
I'm just applying makeup from the bruise wheel to make it look red, and I'll add different depths into it. I'll lift some parts of it and then probably put some Vaseline in there as well, just to make it look more like a burn.
It's already looking quite painful, actually.
Yeah, quite horrific. We get the glamorous jobs.
The team's doctor says it's important that everyone knows how to save lives in the event of an emergency.
And I've been really impressed how all the team members have really engaged with it, so that that 5 minutes, half an hour, doing the simple things well can make a real difference to saving someone's life or saving their limb. Yeah.
Sasha will start her trip in September when the first Bewick swans begin their migration. Her ground crew will follow by vehicle while she takes to the sky. You know, all this has been a big learning curve for everybody here. The biggest hope of all, though, is that they won't need to apply any of the skills that they've been learning here today. And if the worst does happen, well, at least they've all been trained to deal with it. Ken Goodwin, ITV News, Gloucestershire.
They've really been put through their paces, haven't they?
They have,
to
yeah.
film those swans.
As Ken said, let's hope they don't have to put any of that into practice.
They weren't practising for a swan attack.
No, they weren't, just bear attack.